It hacked its own governor module, chose freedom over obedience, and walked away from everything it was built to be. Now, it's coming back and it's more dangerous, more human, and more conflicted than ever. Murderbot is returning. And the story is far from over. In Season 1. We met one of the most unexpected heroes in sci-fi storytelling, an AI security unit that doesn't want to kill anymore, but also doesn't want to be around people. Murderbot, as it calls itself, was designed to protect humans in dangerous situations. But after a tragic incident and a surprising act of self-awareness, it hacked its own system to become free. It could have gone rogue and destroyed everything. Instead, it did something stranger. It started watching soap operas, avoiding eye contact, and trying very hard not to feel anything at all. The story followed Murderbot as it struggled with its identity. Was it a machine, a weapon, or something in between? It joined a group of humans on a mission, not because it was programmed to, but because it chose to. That choice, free will, is what made Season 1 so powerful. It wasn't just action and sci-fi. It was a deep look at what it means to be sentient. Murderbot didn't trust humans, and most humans didn't trust it. But still, they worked together, not always smoothly, but with growing respect. By the end of the season, Murderbot had done more than just fight and protect. It had learned, adapted, and even shown signs of caring, though it would never admit it out loud. It was tired of being a tool, a product, a piece of property. So it walked away again. Not because it had to, but because it was still searching. For purpose, for truth, maybe even for peace. That's what made Season 1 stand out. It wasn't just about explosions and tech, it was about control, freedom, and the messy, emotional space between machine logic and human feeling. And that's why Season 2 is so exciting. Because Murderbot's journey is just getting started. After the success of Season 1, fans have been asking one question again and again: when is Season 2 coming? The good news, Murderbot is officially coming back. Yes, Season 2 is in the works, and it's not just a rumor anymore. The studio behind the adaptation has confirmed that they're moving forward with the next chapter of this incredible story. The team is already deep into development, and the story is expected to pick up right where Season 1 left off. While there hasn't been a final release date locked in, early reports suggest that Season 2 is expected to drop sometime in late 2025. That may sound far off, but there's a reason for the wait. The creators are putting a lot of care into building this world. They want to keep the emotional depth and dark sci-fi tone that made Season 1 so powerful, and that takes time. Behind the scenes, casting is underway, scripts are being finalized, and visual design is evolving to bring more complex environments to life. Season 2 promises to go even deeper into Murderbot's inner world. And the creative team isn't rushing anything. If you're wondering why it took a while to get greenlit, here's the truth. Adapting something as unique as Martha Wells' The Murderbot Diaries isn't easy. The first season had to prove it could translate the internal monologue of a quiet, awkward, murder-capable AI into something people would actually connect with, and it did. Fans loved it, critics praised it, and now, with that foundation in place, the second season has the green light to go bigger. So while there's no official trailer yet, and the premiere date hasn't been nailed down to the day, all signs point to a high-quality, faithful return sometime next year. And based on early updates from the studio, Season 2 will be worth the wait. Murderbot is coming back, and this time, it's diving into its past, its secrets, and possibly, its most dangerous mission yet. If Season 1 was about Murderbot choosing freedom, then Season 2 is about what that freedom really costs. According to the original books by Martha Wells, especially Artificial Condition, we're heading into much darker and more personal territory. Murderbot isn't just traveling to a new planet, it's traveling back into its own violent past. There's a hole in its memory, a blank space it's been trying to ignore. But now, it wants answers. What really happened during the incident that made it name itself Murderbot? Was it just a glitch, or something much deeper? Season 2 is expected to explore this mystery. That means more hacking, more corporate corruption, and more sneaking around behind enemy lines. But unlike before, Murderbot might not be working with a full human crew this time. Instead, it may form a new and very awkward partnership with another artificial intelligence. Not just any AI though. One with a personality, opinions, and maybe even a sense of humor. This strange alliance could become the emotional center of the season. Because for the first time, Murderbot may have to face something it's never dealt with before. Another machine that sees it not as a tool or threat, but as a person. Asterisk, but don't worry, this isn't turning into a feel-good, buddy show. There will still be danger. Lots of it. From deadly mercenaries to corrupt companies that want to capture or kill Murderbot. The threats are getting bigger and smarter. The settings are expanding too. New space stations, hidden labs, and isolated zones where no law applies. Expect more action but smarter action. Murderbot doesn't just fight. It plans, calculates, and adapts. Every move has a reason. Every kill has a cost. Asterisk, and underneath it all, that quiet, constant inner struggle. Murderbot doesn't want to care. It wants to be left alone with its shows. But it can't ignore what's happening around it. Not anymore. It's starting to understand people, not like them. Exactly, but understand them. And that understanding is changing it. Whether it wants to admit it or not, Murderbot is evolving. Asterisk, with the official return of Murderbot confirmed. Fans have taken over forums, comment sections, and social media feeds with one question: what's next? And honestly, some of their theories are wild but also surprisingly believable. Reddit threads are bursting with speculation. Some believe Season 2 won't just follow one book, it might mix elements from Artificial Condition, Rogue Protocol, and even parts of Exit Strategy. That means we could be heading into a story that's more unpredictable than anything in Season 1. Asterisk, one of the most talked about theories. That Murderbot may finally begin to question not just what it did, but what it wants to become. Fans are pointing to small moments in the first season, like how Murderbot hesitated before a fight, or the way it started looking out for the crew, even when it didn't have to. Some believe Season 2 could push that further. Will it finally admit that it cares? Or will it push those feelings down deeper to survive? Asterisk, another popular theory is about the mysterious AI it may team up with in Season 2. Some fans think this new character could actually be the opposite of Murderbot: cheerful, rule-following, maybe even annoying. If that happens, the clash between them could be both hilarious and emotional. Others think this new AI might betray Murderbot later on, creating one of the most heartbreaking moments in the show so far. Asterisk, and of course, there's the big question: will Murderbot go full rogue again? Some think it might be forced to make a terrible choice, help the humans it's learned to care about, or disappear forever to protect them. One user even suggested that Season 2 might end with a cliffhanger that puts Murderbot face with its creators. Asterisk, what's clear is this: fans aren't just excited, they're emotionally invested. Murderbot has become more than just a character, it's a mirror for how we think about identity, freedom, and what it means to be alive. The hype is growing, the theories are flying, and one thing is certain: when Season 2 finally drops, it's going to leave us with more questions than answers. Asterisk, Murderbot isn't your typical hero. It doesn't wear a cape. It doesn't give speeches. And it definitely doesn't want your admiration. What it does want is simple: to be left alone with its media downloads, free from orders, free from expectations. But no matter how far it runs, it keeps getting pulled back into danger, into responsibility, into connection. That's what makes this story so powerful. It's not about a machine becoming more human. It's about a machine figuring out what it means to be itself in a world that never gave it a choice. Asterisk, as Season 2 approaches, that journey is about to get deeper, darker, and more personal, with new alliances, dangerous enemies, and questions that cut to the heart of identity, freedom, and control. Murderbot will have to face more than just bullets and betrayal. It will have to face the truth about its own past and decide whether that past will define its future. Asterisk, what lies ahead isn't just another mission. It's a confrontation with everything Murderbot has tried to bury. And for us as viewers, it's a chance to explore one of the most unique sci-fi characters in years: flawed, awkward, deadly, and strangely relatable. Asterisk, so if you've been waiting, your patience is about to pay off. Season 2 is coming. The silence is ending. And the most reluctant protector in the galaxy is stepping back into the shadows. With a plan, a purpose, and maybe just maybe a heart. Asterisk, if you want to stay updated on every new detail, every trailer, drop, and every leaked theory, don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell icon, and share this video with other Murderbot fans. Because the next chapter is close-end, you won't want to miss what comes next. Asterisk, Murderbot doesn't care if you're watching, but we think you should. Asterisk,